Hi, my name is Bob Brennaman. I'm a realtor in Charleston, South Carolina. Today I'm very excited to sit down with Chris Meredith with Longshore Boats here on Daniel Island and to talk about boating. I hope you guys enjoy our talk. Chris, boating is a big draw to this area. You know, many times when I take people out and look at houses, boating is at the top of their list. You know, talk to me about some of the things that are attractive about boating in the Low Country, at least to you.
Along with the weather, you know, we've just got so much to explore around here. We've got, whether you know, going in the creeks, the oceans, the harbor, there's just so much to do.
Talk to me about some of your favorite, like, day trips, some of your favorite places to go around this area to boat.
Yeah, up the Wando River, lots of nice smaller creeks that I can take my kids tubing, wakeboarding. Another fun trip is going up the Cooper River to Lake Moultrie. You go up
wow.
Through the lock, and it's basically an 80-foot water elevator. So it's really cool experience.
So you can take the Cooper River all the way up and you can end up in Lake Moultrie from here?
Yep. Yep.
I didn't realize that. How long does it take you to get from?
It's about 2.5 hours or so.
And once you get up to Lake Moultrie, you just kind of...
Yeah, you can hang out. There are great places, beach area up there, and just a great place to hang out and see some alligators along the way, and not necessarily doing anything there, but...
People are always concerned, you talk about alligators. I mean, the creeks and the rivers, I mean, you know, we swim in them, and it's not a concern to me. I mean, I'm not a boater, so I don't really know, but you're out and about, do you see them enough, or is it something you're concerned about?
Not really. You know, I've grown up around here for 30+ years, and you know, you see them from time to time, and you don't actively jump out and pursue them, but typically it's not really anything to be concerned about.
Mm-hmm. Well, talk to me about some of the best boats for, like, let's talk about the creek, you know, navigating the creek. What are some of your favorite boats that you know, that you take out or that you recommend to people?
Well, on a day that I'm maybe doing water sports and hanging out with the family, I'll take either a bow rider or a deck boat out there, and that gives it lots of comfortable seating, easy access on and off the boat when the kids are getting in and out of the water. If we're doing some fishing, we'll maybe go out in a center console or a dual console boat that's a little more utilitarian, an Edgewater or a Robalo.
Talk to me about some of the boats you recommend for offshore fishing.
Going offshore, you know, you're looking at minimum kind of 24 feet in either a center console, a cabin boat, or they have even some big dual consoles now that are designed to go offshore. If you're going out to the Gulf Stream to catch the big one, that's what you want. An Edgewater or a Robalo with that. If you're going in nearshore reefs, which are, you know, just a few miles offshore, you can get away with a 20-footer center console or a dual console, and you know, you just want to pick your days with that.
Yeah, how far is the Gulf Stream? I was talking to my daughter last night. She was asking me. I was like, well, I'm not sure how far it is. How far is it to get out there?
It moves a little bit, but around 60 miles.
So how long does it take you to get out there? I mean, obviously speed of the boat, and, you know.
2.5 hours kind of thing is typically what it's going to take.
And the water's pretty. I mean, it depends obviously on the weather, but
it really depends on the weather, right? And then the distance apart of the swells that are out there. You can have a big swell day that if they're spread wide apart, it's no big deal at all. But if they're short and close together, it can be miserable. Do
you ever get seasick when you go out?
I have been seasick, yes. Not a pleasant time.
How do you? I mean, I know you can take medications. Is there any you know, people that are in the know about boats do to keep from getting seasick?
Well, I've heard a couple of things. One, focus on the horizon when you're out there. You know, always try not to think about it.
It's a little easier said than done, though, I guess.
It is.
Talk to me about some of the tips or suggestions you'd have for people that are looking to buy a boat. I mean, you know, there's a lot of things to factor in, obviously. I mean, what are some things that maybe top 3 tips or suggestions you have? There
is no perfect boat. Everyone is going to be a compromise in one way or another. But, you know, the things that I suggest people look at is, you know, one, how you're going to use the boat the majority of the time. Not all the little different things, but how you're going to use it the majority of the time. Then how many people you think you're going to have in it the majority of the time. Not, well, when the family comes in town once a year, you know, we're going to need 12. If you try and fit everything into it, you'll end up very frustrated. Because the truth is, everyone needs 3 boats.
It's interesting what you say about you know, most of the time, majority of the time, because I think people even with buying houses sometimes are always thinking what they need. You know, when you know we have all the kids in town or we have everybody visit. When the truth of the matter is, that's only, you know, maybe a week, a year.
Yeah. The other thing is that there are different boats for different seasons. What's right for you right now may not be right for you in 5 years. You know, you've got kids out there, they grow up, their interests change and everything like that. So it's probably not as long a term commitment as a lot of people think.
Talk about the boating season. It runs from when to when, and I mean, when are you off the water for sure? I know it gets cold, but.
Yeah, well, Charleston, you can have beautiful days, Christmas Day, New Year's Day. I've been out 75-degree days then. So even in the winter months, you can even get out there from time to time. But a lot of people put it up in October time frame, bring it out maybe in March. My favorite time of year probably is in September. There's not a lot of people on the water, and the weather is just typically beautiful here.
That's what I was going to say. It's one of my favorite times to be in Charleston is September, October. It's not, like you said, it's not overly crowded with people, and it's the weather is still fairly warm. Tell me a little bit about Longshore Marine. Y'all been in business for, I think, over 20 years. I think is what I read on the website. I mean,
yeah, you know, we've been around since 1991, and there are 3 of us that own the business, Tim, Paul, and myself. We have always focused on providing exceptional service and also carrying exceptional boat brands. Boat lines that we handle are Edgewater, Robalo, Chaparral, Bennington, and the one we're sitting in, Ranger Tug.
This is a very cool boat. This is something that I think probably I could, once I got it out of the slip, I probably could at least, I don't know, I maybe could keep everybody happy with this.
It's easy to get out of the slip.
It is easy to get out of the slip.
Yeah.
That would be important for me.
One other thing that we do just on an annual basis is we'll take a group of our customers out in their boats for the weekend and take our annual rendezvous trip. This year we're going down to Beaufort. We'll spend the weekend down there. We get to enjoy some of the pristine waters on the way, on the intercoastal waterway, and just a great time for people to expand their boating a little bit, and also get to meet some other people that enjoy the same interests.
Talk about real quickly about some of the little islands around here, Capers and Dewey's, and some of those places. I mean, you said you grew up on Isle of Palm, so you probably spent a lot of time out on some of those islands. I mean, Bulls Island, Bulls Bay.
Yeah, the inlets are always a great place because people can, just nose the boat up to the beach there, unload, hang out on the beach, but also have the boat nearby to where they can still be tubing or wakeboarding or skiing, whatever they want to do. And Dewey's Inlet, Capers. A great spot that I like is Sandy Point down north end of Kiowa. Pretty nice beach there.
Again, my name is Bob Brennaman. I'm a realtor in Charleston, South Carolina. If you have questions about boating, restaurants, real estate, anything related to this area, please feel free to give me, Bob Brennaman, a call at 843-345-6074, or you can always reach me on the web at charlestonproperty.net. Thanks so much, y'all.